charter schools that are transferred out and are expelled at 4 times the rate of normal magnet schools. So the solutions come. Let's turn around CPS. Let's end mayoral control. Let's think about an elected representative school board. And I know you guys have done a lot of work and have worked hard, and you know they don't even pay attention to me anymore because they're used to my spiel. But I would like for you to stop feeding the charters and starving the neighborhood schools. So let's do that, put that on the agenda and surprise me. I just know it's in you to do this. I really do. And especially the ones that sneak stuff in on the slide. Oh, we're gonna have a community association, that's great. And then all of a sudden there's a charter school. The people that came before about legal prep said there were 100 community people at their meeting, but 90 of them were protesting it.
When did educating a child become second to profit? Every child, I don't care if it's from the top-notch millionaire kid to the poor, every child should be a priority to CPS. Every child should, not one child fall through the cracks. And for Wadsworth, we feel like we've been pushed out of the opportunity, and we're putting all our kids, Wadsworth as well as UFC, in jeopardy.
Thank you for your comment, Ms. Kennedy, and Ms.
Jernigan.
Thank you very much. This is the first I've been informed, and the other board members relative to Wadsworth. It is not on the agenda for today, but I would respectfully...
Children are not for sale. Our 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 children are not for sale.
Take it off.
Children not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Children are not for sale.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, there are a number of people who have come here today to be heard.
Are not for sale.
You can leave the room until your name...
Our children are not for
sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale. Our children are not for sale.
We got that message earlier.
Our children are not for sale.
All right, but they got a meeting going. They got the meeting going, sweetheart. Thanks so much. Thank you. We heard you this morning. We got it on camera too. We copied that on camera this morning. You're going to be on the news, so we got the message. Thanks so much.
Don't pat me on the back, though.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Thrones and you destroy the lives of dedicated workers with a simple hope. For what? Money? Remember, we taught you why and how do you and other powers that be continue to humiliate and degrade those of us who have given all of our lives to this institution and the children. You treat us with great disdain. You even schedule these meetings so that we cannot attend them as CPS employees. We have to take a day off work without pay, as I am today, to attend. How is that cooperation? In closing, I'm going to say that I have earned the right to have a permanent position to finish out my service with dignity.
Hear, hear.
I have a right to my full pension.
Hear, hear.
This I have earned. You owe me this. I also want you to remember this. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. And because whatever a man sows, so shall he reap.
Good sister. Excellent job.
And then I give him $100. So from as far as I'm concerned, CEO is cheap-ass officers. Point blank. Excuse my language, but
you have to be respectful of the students.
I'll tell you. Listen.
Proceed.
My daughter is sitting at John Hope with him. He's at John Hope. My daughter on the way to college. I walk to a classroom and see 10 kids in the classroom with blankets over them because the heating system wouldn't work. I came down here and talked to the money man, Ron, and told him that in April. Now, and I told him, please don't come give us no patches. I sent this message to the incompetent alderman. Now y'all came over there and patched it up. We got heat for a week now. But for 4 weeks, those children sat in the classroom, in certain classrooms, 18 of them. Kids sitting in the classroom with gloves and blankets on them.
Mr. Johnson, excuse me, can you please conclude?
Yes, I'll please conclude.
Do it now so the students can enjoy a beautiful school. The teachers at Horace Mann, we spent our money last year painting our classrooms. That's 10 seconds taken away from my time. We painted our classrooms. We have 5 classrooms. I spent $150 painting my classroom so my students can have a beautiful classroom, and so did a number of teachers at our school. I'm fighting on behalf of the teachers at Horace Mann. I'm fighting to keep my job. I've done research in Japan on comparative education in Illinois and Japan and in Canterbury, England. I'm fighting for what I believe in and for the teachers at my school and all the teachers in Chicago Teachers Union in Chicago. Some of you all come spend time with me in my classroom with 35 and 45 students. Look at the kids throwing chairs at me, how I deal with it, and I teach those kids. Remove all of the testing to try to close our classes. You know, there's too many testing. When can we teach? If the tests do not dictate what's going on in the classroom, then the school is going to be closed and our jobs are jeopardized because the kids are failing the test.
Ms. Thompson, I understand your admonitions relative to testing, and that's something that I'm sure is a long-standing dialogue relative.
We don't have access to adequate numbers of LCD projectors. We don't have the basic requirements that we need. Our students are not given the advantages that students in charter schools are given. What we want to know is why are we being compared with people who are given extreme advantages, millions and millions of dollars of both private and public money, which is being taken from the public schools that serve all the students in the neighborhood and given to these schools which do not serve all the students, which push students out, which do not meet the needs of English language learners, which do not meet the needs of special education students. And we think it's extremely unfair that we are being judged in comparison with them. We think it's a tribute to us that the public schools are doing as well as the schools because we are doing well with less. And we have extremely dedicated teachers. We are tired of hearing about the wonderful teachers in charter schools when we don't hear about the tremendous amount of wonderful teachers who are working in every high-poverty school on the south side and the west side of Chicago. We are tired of hearing all about the charter schools when we are not celebrated for the accomplishments we have with the students that we have, and with the students that we open our doors to, the charter students push out. I will try to conclude. I have here for you over 1,000 signatures of concerned students, parents, and citizens of the community who oppose the UNO charter school in particular. This is a step back to segregation. This is a step back before Brown versus the Board of Education, and this is wrong. They want a Latino cultural school. They want a school that celebrates their faith. We heard Juan Rangel say this at the hearing in our neighborhood, the one little hearing in our neighborhood. And we were depressed and dismayed by this because we believe in a multicultural, multiracial education for all students, and we think everyone deserves the advantage of diversity. We're also extremely depressed with the manner in which charter schools get approved. From my understanding, the recent approval or potential approval of 3 CICS charters, those schools never even had the one sham hearing that we at least had in our community. Thank you for your consideration.
All right. Thank you.
All seats are reserved for board members and security. I would hope in the future, under the new CEO, we might actually let the people sit in these seats, the public.